Boy, we got a lot of tools in here, don't we?
Yes.
Well, it's going to be another productive Saturday here at the Booth Home Shop. And what you see in front of me right here, this is all going in the tool cell. Look at all this stuff. It is just absolutely amazing what you acquire over a period of decades of machine shop collection tooling. But we're making progress. So Abby and I we're spending another day trying to get some more of our stuff moved to the new shop space. And what I've been working on the past couple of days is trying to go through my cabinets over here. I almost have those cabinets cleaned out now. I still have more drills to go through in the blue Lista cabinet and get those out, because a lot of those taper sink drills we're going to sell. I've got a assortment over here that I'm keeping for myself. And I got to say, I'm pretty proud of myself for what I am separating to keep and what I'm separating to sell. So if you look down this wall right here, all the way down this wall, we've got all of our heavy tooling here: milling cutters, drill bits. I have end mills, roughing end mills, shell mills. These are old insert, face mills right there. And then look down here. So this was all in the Lista cabinet. This is all measuring tools, all different kinds of measuring tools, miscellaneous stuff from the tool boxes. Look at all this stuff. I think we're gonna have a epic tool cell. And then this stuff, we already showed this. This is all super heavy tooling. The Starrett pictures here, we're keeping these. We haven't moved them yet, so that's staying with us, as well as the charts. I collect the decimal charts. Abby and I both do, and we're not selling those. But look at all the tooling though. So this is what I've been battling for the last maybe couple of years. Trying to think about what it is that truly means the most to me, and what I want to keep. My heritage tools, the stuff that is heirloom tools that were passed down to me from dad and granddad, and tooling that I know that I no longer need. But just like everyone that collects this stuff, I think a lot of people that build up their collections just absolutely love having a shop or a garage just full of cabinets and tools and just be immersed in it, right? Because you never know, one day you might need that big old gigantic face mill to do something. But I've gotten to a point in my life now, I'm almost 30, so we're almost 29 years in my career. And I'm to the point where I've had a lot of fun, just like this milling stuff. I started using these tools when I was 17 years old. And that was way before online social media, video making. But we had an old horizontal mill at the shop, and we did a lot of work on it. And Dad, he taught me how to run a horizontal mill, and we use those tools all the time for doing different jobs. And then I acquired the K&T mill, which is all over the YouTube channel, and we've had a lot of fun with that. But because of the limited space that we have in our new shop space, I'm forced to downsize what we have, right? I just can't fit everything that I have in there. And so I've been forced to downsize, and I'm really glad, because Abby and I have been both going through the same exact thing, where we've been moving and we have so many things tucked away, and it's like we're already tired of this stuff. We're tired of moving stuff. We're tired of moving things and then having to move it again and then move it again. So what I have currently at the shop and the things that we're keeping, like the Monarch lathe, and the shaper and tooling, I'm happy with that. I really am. I'm happy with what I got. I've got a lot of good tooling. So most of the stuff that you see here now has turned into just more surplus and things that I don't necessarily need. It's nice having this stuff, but you don't really have to have all this stuff. So I made the hard decision of just going through here. I've kept a few things for myself. I was going to show you what I've kept, because I'm really proud of what I've got for myself. And the rest of it, we're going to sell to other people who are out there looking for this kind of tooling. And I hope that whoever ends up with all this stuff takes it home and loves it and enjoys it as much as I always have all the years that I've had this stuff too. So it's tough letting it go. It really is. And by the way, thanks for all the I've had messages, emails, text messages from a lot of people saying that they could see that in my face in the last video. And they're right. It has been tough making the decision to let things go, because a lot of this stuff here was my dad's, you know. It's stuff that I've been using for almost 30 years. It's stuff that he used well before I was doing machining. And to let that stuff go, it is hard, but I'm ready. I've accepted that that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to keep moving forward. But I was going to show you, so this stuff over here, this is what I have been separating for myself to keep out of those two cabinets over there. Now there was another box that I've already taken down there of some of the tools out of this Lista, but most of the stuff that was in there is over here. And once we get some room in this shop right here, we're going to start setting up our tables all through here, and all this stuff will be laid out and organized, and we got to start pricing everything. But like, for example, what I wanted to do, you can see this row of taper shank drills. I wanted to just keep myself one selection of taper shank drills. So this starts at 2.5 inch and it goes down to 1 inch right there in 16th increments. This is all I need right here. And I know that in the future, if I need a specific size taper shank drill, I can buy one. I can get on eBay. There's a lot of them on there. But in my line of work now, since I'm not running like a big radial arm drill or any kind of drilling machine where you're trying to just drill a specific hole size, the only thing that we use those taper shank drills for is in the lathe when we're just trying to put a hole in something, because you're always going to go through there and bore something out to the size. So really it's just having a good selection of taper shank drills so that you can drill a hole size smaller than what you want it to finish at. And so these were all, you know, part of the shop's, part of Dad's collection here. So I've got one row of drills right here that I'm keeping, and we've got a stack of them over here. And then I'm not even finished. This is what we've got to start on now. This is where all those drills were. And you can see we still have a bunch more. These are all core drills right here. These are all 3-flute core drills. So these are all got to come out. These are 64th increments, and these are 64th increments. I might have told you wrong. These are 32nd increments right here. These are all 64th, and I'm not keeping really any of those. There was a couple, you know, our better ones, like, you know, this right here. That's a good drill right there. So this is one that I might keep for myself. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get these out, and then this Lista will be empty. So we're going to work on that. But anyway, those are the drills that I'm keeping for myself to use in the lathe. Oh, and this set right here. So this was Dad's. And I know what it was. I was trying to look for one that's missing. So these are Morse, and this was Dad's set, and we use these drills a lot. You can see, but this is a really cool set right here. So I'm keeping this, and basically it goes from 3/4 up to 1 inch in 64th increments. So I'm missing the 29/32. So I got to go through and see if I can find that one.
Will you open it again?
Yeah.
That was a bad angle.
Yeah. Yep, right there. Look at the tang. I'm sure I did that. See how it's twisted off? It's twisted. It didn't break off, but it's twisted. That's where you put a lot of force on a drill. It'll twist that tang off. That's another debate for another day of what the tang is used for. We'll talk about that another day. People will argue about that stupid tang. And then look at this box right here. So these are milling cutters. This is an assortment that I put aside for myself right here. And the main reason why I kept a few of these, I wanted to keep just a few of these milling cutters. Most likely won't use them, but I'll have a few. I really just want a nice collection of these guys right here, different size thin milling cutters and slitting saws, because these are really, really helpful in the manual mill. If you've got a job where you got to cut a slot through a block, you know, maybe you're splitting something, you got to have some slitting saws. We've got some larger ones right here. I kept some of the ones in the paper packages. And this was Dad's too. I really like the old moon cutter boxes, and that was one of Dad's, so I'm keeping that one. This is a 7/16. a little box. Oh, this was Dad's shell mill too. It's a 4-inch shell mill, and we had this sharpened. And because this is one that we used and we had it sharpened a couple times, I'm keeping that one. But the rest of them are over here. Look at all of them. So I'm getting rid of the hoard. There's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of good tooling. This is all good end mills right here. These are all, most of these are brand spanking new end mills. These are all roughing end mills, brand new Niagara in the container. Look at that. I've got a couple of these. I saved a few for myself. They're already down there in the shop. These are some surplus, so let them go, right? We already talked about the milling cutters. So we're trying to make some progress around here, and we're going to continue getting this stuff sorted. We're just about done. I got to finish the drills. And then today, what we're planning on doing is moving the big metal workbench right here with the flex arm. We're wanting to move this today. I'd like to get the hardness tester moved and the gray Vidmar cabinet. We're going to get that moved, and I think that toolbox up there, I'm moving that because it's got a lot of my tools already in there. So I think it'd be easier just to roll that down there, and I can go through that one later. So that's on the agenda today. We may make another trip because Abby has decided she wants to keep the green welding cabinet. You want to show them that?
Yeah.
Abby has something coming up that she's really excited to share with you guys.
Yes, I do.
And she kind of needs her own little workbench. I was planning on selling this old cabinet here.
And I said, absolutely not.
Abby wants it, so we're going to continue to use it. This was Dad's welding cabinet, and it's always been kept shut by just a brazing rod through the latch right there. But it's full. Old welding supplies. There's all kind of stuff in there though. We got gloves down in there. I got some metal spray powder in there. All of our welding rods. Just a lot of stuff. So we will work on cleaning this out. I forgot I had that. This was a
taco stand? Just kidding.
You could certainly use it for that. It's an M&W, see? M&W. I acetylene welded that when I was in welding school at PJC.
Oh,
That was just
that.
when they taught me how to use a torch and a filler rod and just use a torch to weld. So that's all that was.
Well, that's adorable.
I made that when I was 17 or 18 years old. So anyway, we may move this also, but this will be easy because it is on casters. So this might go today. The Everlast welder may go today. And then I think the next phase after this big move is we want to go ahead and get the big welding table here moved. And we've got to get the bottom of that cleaned out there as well. So there's a lot of stuff under here that's going to be in the sale. All of my hammers I'm going to keep. There's a few tools I'm going to keep, but a lot of that just needs to get sorted and sold. So that's next on the agenda is the welding table.
We still haven't decided on the rotary bin.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. We don't want to get rid of it,
We don't.
but we may have to store that somewhere else. I have a backup plan for a few things. Our stepdad, Fernando, he's got some extra storage at his place, and I can put some things there. And we'll probably end up having to use that is just put a couple things in his barn just to kind of get him out of the way, because eventually one day we're going to have our new home and our new shop, and then everything is going to be there.
Yeah.
So we just kind of need a temporary storage, but I'm trying to move out as much of the stuff that we don't need. I was going to mention this too. One of the goals for this week, we're getting this out of here, but the K&T mill is sold. It's going to be sold. A week from now, next Friday, the gentleman that's buying the K&T is going to be down here. And so I wanted to get this stuff out of the way so we could easily get the K&T to the door and get ready to load up. So that's next in line right here. There's so much stuff to do though. So much stuff to do. All of this tooling up here is for the K&T. This is all the stuff I accumulated for the K&T. And I had said originally that the tooling that is used for the K&T would go with it, and that's what all this is. You have your arbors, end mill holders, a collet chuck, the overarm supports. So I just set it up here because I got to get that boxed up. So I think we're ready to get started. What do you say?
Let's do
We've
it.
got our air tow trailer and we're excited. That thing has been working out absolutely perfect. I'm so glad that we have it because you guys have seen how handy it is to take a pallet with a pallet jack and just roll it up on the trailer and pick it up, you know? So let's get started on it. Let's get some things moved. We've got a lot of the tooling packaged up, and now we're going to move on to the big work table here with the flex arm. And I think the approach that we decided we're going to try, we'll go ahead and use the gantry crane since it's handy. And we'll pick up this side and roll the pallet jack underneath these legs here. And then we will pick up this end. This is going to be the heavy end because it's got the power unit down here. And I think we'll just set our machinery skates on that end and see if we can't just pull it, roll it back. If Abby and I can both pull it and roll it up on the trailer, easy enough. If we can't, then we can hook the winch to it and use the winch to pull it up on there at that point.
Couple options.
Yeah, we had a couple options, so we're just going to roll with it. So let's get a strap on this end right here. I'm going to use our little hook right here. Yep. And we'll pick up that end. We're going to leave this lapping plate and this shaper plate on here, and when we get on the trailer, we'll just bind all that down. And then this one we can move back here. And then we're going to move the flex arm over here this side, and we'll just put us a strap. Just put a little ratchet strap to hold the flex arm in place. There is a magnet in the spindle, so it'll stick hard to the surface here. Let's see. Let's go for it. Yep, watch your feet over there.
Yep, got it.
And then I use my earplugs because this thing it's clanky.
I don't have any.
Oh, we took them all down there, didn't we?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, they're already down at the other house, or the other shop, I mean. It's not bad. It's just with me underneath it, it's loud for my ears. I think that's good enough. I think we ought to use that blue one out there.
Okay.
The other pallet jack, because I'm going to need to use this here.
So you don't want to leave it on there?
Let me get that blue one. We've got a second pallet jack that's been outside forever, and it doesn't stay elevated, but it'll still roll. We may just use that one. Let me go grab it. Well, it started working. I think it might still work. Earlier it wasn't staying pumped up.
Oh, that's actually even better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fitting the legs a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's taking me from March Madness today.
You needed a little break.
I didn't.
Okay. All right, now we'll work on this end here. This is going to be the heavy end. Those are pretty heavy too, so. That good?
That's enough.
Okay. And I think this time, we're gonna use a trick where we put a rod through both of them and hopefully keep them both aligned. Here's a piece of drill rod, that might work there. Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe that'll help keep them in line from spinning too much there. That might work. We'll just have to give it a shot. Okay. We'll go ahead and get this guy moved while we're at it. Yeah, and we'll just put a ratchet strap over that when we get her loaded up. I'm gonna see if it'll just, oh yeah, it'll move, look at that. Oh, it's gonna be easy on the concrete till we hit that little ramp over there.
Ready?
Yep. Nice and easy.
The skates are good.
Okay. Push, if you can. Keep going. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry.
You can let go. It ain't going anywhere. Okay. I should have known it was.
That was my fault.
No, it was my fault for not stopping, but it's okay. It's okay. It's up on the trailer.
It's on the trailer.
It's on the trailer. So
done. Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
we might be able to get our toe jack.
I'm glad that wasn't a machine.
I think we can get our
It is, but-
toe jack over here and just pick it up.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
You're good.
We got it. Okay. One in, done. You made it all the way until the last time you were getting up. Abby bumped her head on the back of the flex arm and she's got a little knot there.
It's like an egg.
I feel so bad. No injuries until that.
I mean, it was going to happen at some point. I'm fine with it.
Well, you didn't know that it was hanging.
I thought it was totally out of the way of everything. I don't look, even standing there looking at it, I don't know how I hit it.
You did, but
I did. I didn't pass out. There's no blood.
It's not cut. You didn't cut your skin. It's just a little knot on her scalp there.
I'm tough. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you did great. So we are literally exhausted right now.
Yes.
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we started this morning.
I'm sorry, but that was worse than that.
You think so?
Yes, and I don't know how.
We seriously.
I don't know how.
We went into it thinking the flex arm was going to be easy. Put it on skates, roll it on the trailer, roll it off the trailer. But there was
like cocky this morning. We even cleaned out some of the drawers. We did other things because we were like, oh, this is just going to be simple to put on.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have any more in you. I know we're both tired, but we were hoping to get a couple of the other cabinets and a toolbox moved. But we might still go down there and just, I don't know.
I'll watch you do it.
The rest of it's easy because we'll have the little pallet jack and we'll be able to,
that will actually work.
The cabinet's empty, so it won't be bad rolling it up on there. But but this part of the job is done. So anyway, this is where I wanted to have the big flex arm because this runs off of 480 voltage, which will be, so that disconnect box that's straight back there is hooked into the transformer up here. And so we'll be able to run the flex arm off of that box right there. So I'm gonna have my electrician put a receptacle there. So when we wanna use the flex arm, we can just simply plug it in, turn the disconnect on, and we can use it right here. So that'll be great because this will be our big flex arm station, you know, for up to 2-inch tapping, big power tapping. And then now we've got a nice work area here that we can use when we're over here on the lathe or even on the mill or whatever.
And storage underneath, which is great.
Exactly. So I think this is going to work out pretty good.
It looks like it's been there. It looks good.
We'll have to probably fine tune it a little bit in case the arm, you know, the arms of the flex arm is not really where it needs to be.
Yeah.
It's a little tight back there, but we're trying to make use of every inch that we have in the shop.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to finally see it down here.
Yep.
So
And that's another big one checked off.
it is. So we've got the Alista or the Equipto that we want to move, the gray one, and a toolbox, and then I got my pallets with all of our tooling. So
And
we're going to
all
work
the
on that.
And everything is cleared out of the Lista.
Yeah,
right? So-
all the tools are out of it. Yeah, the only thing in that Equipto is the tap drivers that go to the flex arms. That's nothing. Anyway, we're tired.
I'm gonna need some barbecue
Yep.
tomorrow, I think.
So we're going to sign off because we don't know how we're going to finish this day, but we're ready to take a break. We are tired.
Yes.
But let's go figure it out and just go rest your little noggin here. You might have to put some ice on it.
I'm definitely gonna need some ice.
We need one of those little bags that you put the ice water in to hold it up here.
I do need one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for all your help today.
Oh, my
I
pleasure.
appreciate it. She does such a good job moving machinery.
Thanks,
I couldn't do it without you.
Thanks. That's
All
so
right.
sweet.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Oh, I did save the sign. It's back here, babe.
The RC sign?
No, the shop rate sign. It's back there.
Yes.
The shop rate sign. You gonna pull it out and look at it? I thought that I left that.
It's awesome. Oh, it's out on both sides.
That's the old shop rate
My
sign.
glasses, though.
Oh, your glasses fall. Yeah, that I thought I'd left that down at the old shop. I forgot that I had it back there.
Fantastic.
We talked about that before in a
We did.
podcast.
Oh, I'm so glad to have it. Yay.
Now everybody, when they see that, they go, "Whoa, it's $70 an hour."
Yeah, in 1999.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna go back this into the shop and unhook the trailer. It's about time for a cold beer
Agreed.
and a steak.